Today you are not here by chance. Something bigger has brought you to this moment. What you are about to hear could be the most important warning of your life, an urgent call that cannot be ignored. First of all, allow me to emphasize, this is not an ordinary video. It is not something to be watched in a distracted way. It is a warning that can transform your view of what is to come and prepare you and your family for times of challenge and hope. Think for a moment. Have you ever felt that inexplicable feeling that something big is happening? Something is about to happen that seems to be approaching silently, but with enough force to change everything around you. This restlessness, this intuition, is real. Many of us are noticing signs in our daily lives. Events that once seemed distant are now closer than ever. And this is not a coincidence. We are living in extraordinary times, and the message you will receive today is a key to understanding and facing these days with faith and wisdom. The Virgin Mary, with her infinite compassion, chose to send us a clear and loving alert. It is not an alert to generate panic, but to open our eyes, awaken our hearts, and guide our actions. This call is an invitation to prepare not only physically, but spiritually, a reminder that even in times of uncertainty, faith and unity can be the greatest shields against the unknown. The world is changing, and perhaps you have already noticed new crises, unexpected events, and a collective feeling that we are moving towards something greater. Today's message speaks directly to this. The future is being shaped by our present actions, and what we will share here is a path to go through the challenges with courage and serenity. But before we move forward, there is something you need to understand deeply. Ignoring this warning is not an option. Allow these words to echo in your heart. From this moment on, commit to listening until the end. Every second matters because throughout this video, we will reveal what needs to be done to protect your home, your loved ones, and above all, your spirit. Imagine yourself alongside millions of people that, like you, are also seeking answers. We are united by a greater purpose. Understand the signs, act wisely, and find refuge in faith. This is a unique moment, a moment of decision. Are you ready to hear the call? Then take a deep breath and stay here with me. What is coming can be the key to transforming your life definitively. Have you noticed that the world around you is different? The feeling that something big and invisible is happening is more real than ever. Signs are appearing everywhere, and many of us are ignoring what is before our eyes. But today you will have the chance to see clearly what is approaching and, more importantly, to know how to prepare for strange events that are intensifying, natural disasters that are becoming more frequent, crises that arise without warning, an inexplicable imbalance that seems to affect everyone. But this is no coincidence. These events are clear signs that we are on the verge of something much bigger, something that most still can't understand. But you can feel it, can't you? That feeling that time is running out, that there is a force in the air asking us to act now before it's too late. This call is real, and the Virgin Mary, in her infinite wisdom and compassion, has given us a message to understand what is coming. It is not just about climate change or political crises. What is happening goes far beyond what the news shows. There is something deep and silent, spiritual, something that comes to test our faith, our unity, and even our ability to protect those we love. This is a warning. It is no coincidence that you are hearing this today. If you have come this far, it is because you feel that there is something more, because you know that the world as we know it is changing and that we need to prepare ourselves to face what is coming. And that is exactly what this video offers, not only information but guidance. Every word you hear here is designed to open your eyes so that you are not surprised like many will be. Many have already realized that things are not normal, but continue to deny, ignoring the signs, postponing important decisions. But you have a different choice. You can decide to listen, learn, and act. The Virgin Mary came to us with a direct message. The changes that are coming will test not only our physical strength, but also our spiritual strength, and only those who are ready, who have faith and wisdom, will be able to go through it in peace. But here is the truth, the preparation begins now. This video is not just a warning, it is a guide, a manual for you to understand what is happening, to protect yourself and your family. Each sign is a reminder that time is short. Ignoring them is not an option. What comes next in this video is essential to make sure you are ready. There is something important you need to have at home, a simple but powerful object that can make all the difference. I will reveal what it is and how to use it, but only at the right time. Until then, you need to understand the context. Stay with me. Don't leave now, because this is the crucial part to understand the gravity of what we are facing. What is coming is real, and ignoring it would be an irreversible mistake. Watch until the end. Every detail matters. The time has come to reveal why this video is so urgent and essential. What you are about to hear is not just a warning, it is a divine call. A call that came directly from the Virgin Mary, and that can transform the way you face the future, if you are willing to listen to the end. This message is not about creating fear, but about awakening your heart and opening your eyes. The Virgin Mary did not come to scare us, but to guide us. She wants you to know that there is a way to face difficult times that are approaching, but this path requires faith, union, and above all, action. Here is the most important point. This is a call to preparation. What you do now will determine how you will face what is to come. The choices you make today can be the difference between security and vulnerability, and we are not just talking about visible dangers. The real risk lies in the silent, invisible forces that are already moving around us. The Virgin Mary alerts us to something profound, something that is about to happen, and that will affect not only our health and safety, but also our faith. She asks us to pay attention and invites us to act wisely. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to make conscious decisions and prepare your home, your family, and your spirit. You feel the calling, don't you? You feel that feeling deep in your heart telling you there is something more, something you need to do to protect the ones you love. This is the voice of the divine guiding you to what comes next. But here is the most powerful point: you are not alone. The Virgin Mary is with us, extending her hand and showing us the way. Her message is clear: those who act now with faith and determination will be protected. Those who ignore this call risk facing the challenges unprotected. There is something essential that you need to know, and, most importantly, something that you need to have. A specific object recommended by the Virgin Mary that represents more than physical protection. It is a symbol of faith, a connection with the divine, and its presence in your home will be crucial in the moments that are coming. But understand, the time to prepare is short. Many ignore this alert and will continue living as if nothing was happening. Do not make this error. Throughout this video, I will show you what this object is, how to use it, and why it is essential for your safety and that of your family. Remember, this calling is not for everyone. It is for those who feel deep down in their souls it is time to act, for those who understand that there is something bigger happening and who want to be ready to face it with courage and faith. Do not get distracted. Do not leave now. Every second matters. What you will do with this message is crucial. The Virgin Mary gave this gift of guidance and protection, but it is up to you to accept it and put it into practice. Stay with me because the next part will be decisive to understand what is coming and how to prepare. This is the time to listen, learn, and act. You are ready to continue. So let's go together. Now that you understand the importance of this message, it's time to reveal what many ignore: the real danger. It's not something you can see, touch, or easily avoid. What is approaching is a hidden danger, a force silent and invisible, that is about to affect the world in ways that few are prepared to face. The Virgin Mary, in her infinite compassion, warned us about this. This warning is clear. We are about to experience a moment that will test our faith, our security, and even our health. Make no mistake, this is not just a maybe. This danger is real and is approaching quickly. What is this threat? Imagine something that attacks without warning, that goes unnoticed, but leaves a devastating impact. This threat is not just physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and profound. It affects not only the body, but also the spirit, bringing with it fear, confusion, and even a feeling of helplessness. But here is the crucial point: you do not have to face it alone. The Virgin Mary has shown us the way to protect ourselves and our families, and throughout this video you will learn how to take practical and spiritual steps to prepare. You feel it in the air, don't you? You feel it. The world is no longer the same. There is an imbalance that is growing, a force that tests our faith and resilience. It manifests itself in crises that seem to come out of nowhere, in disasters that challenge our will, and in a collective feeling that something bigger is at stake. But what many don't realize is that this is not just a coincidence. The Virgin Mary warned us because she knows that this moment would be inevitable. She gave us clear instructions on how to prepare for it. What is coming? What can you do now? First, recognize that this danger is not something that can be ignored. Preparation begins with awareness. When you understand what is at hand, you can begin to act. The Virgin Mary revealed to us that there is a specific object, a symbol of protection and faith, that will be essential to face what is to come. But that is not all. She also asked us to strengthen our faith, unite our families, and act wisely. This is not a time to hesitate, but to take clear and practical action. Those who are prepared, who hear this call and act wisely, will be protected, but for those who ignore it, the path will be more difficult and uncertain. And here is something important. You still have time to listen, to learn, and to act, but this time is not unlimited. The danger is approaching, and the sooner you prepare, the greater your protection will be. Stay with me. There's more you need to know, and in the next few minutes, I will reveal exactly what you can do to ensure your safety. We will talk about how to identify the signs, how to protect yourself, and more importantly, how to ensure that your faith is your greatest shield. This is a moment of decision. Don't let fear paralyze you. Use this message as a guide to act with courage and confidence, because the preparation you do now will be the difference between facing what's coming with strength and being caught off guard. Stay until the end, because in the next part I'll reveal what you need to have at home and how this simple object can be the key to your protection. Don't give up now. Your safety and that of your family depend on it. We have reached the crucial moment of this message. So far, you have understood that we are facing something greater, something that requires spiritual and physical preparation. Now I will reveal a secret that can make all the difference to protect you and your family, the essential object that the Virgin Mary recommended us to have in our homes. But before revealing what it is, I want you to understand something important. This object is not a simple accessory or a symbolic detail. It carries a deep spiritual power, a meaning that goes beyond the physical. Its presence in your home will be a shield against what is to come. What is this object? It is a symbol of faith, protection, and divine connection. It is something that we often underestimate, but that can be decisive in the most difficult moments. The Virgin Mary revealed to us that this object, when used with wisdom and devotion, can protect your home against invisible forces that will try to destabilize your faith, your security, and even your health. Why is it so important? This object is more than a material item. It represents an anchor point for your faith, a constant reminder that you are not alone in times of uncertainty. Its simple presence can bring peace and strength to face any challenge. It is a visible sign of divine protection, an invitation to prayer, and a barrier against the forces that try to keep us away from the light. But here is the secret. This object will only have a real effect if it is accompanied by sincere faith and practical actions. There is no point in having it in your home like any amulet. It should be used with purpose, with prayer, and as part of a greater spiritual preparation. How you should use it I will explain to you. This object should be placed in a special place in your home, a prominent place where you and your family can see it and remember daily the need for prayer and unity. It is not only a symbol of protection, but a reminder that true strength comes from an active faith. In addition, it must be accompanied by specific prayers that I will share with you in the next moments of this video. These prayers were indicated as a guide to activate divine protection and strengthen your spiritual connection. What you need to do now, If you do not yet have this object in your home, your priority should be acquiring it. I will detail exactly what it is and how to get it in the next few minutes. But remember, it is not enough to have it. It is essential to understand its meaning and use it as part of a larger and more thorough preparation. Share this message with those you love. Many people are still in the dark, ignoring the signs and underestimating the dangers. By spreading this knowledge, you help create a chain of protection and faith that can reach many others. This object can be the difference between being protected or vulnerable, but it is just a part of what the Virgin Mary asked of us. Complete preparation requires more than physical items. It requires us to be spiritually ready. Stay with me because in the next part, we will talk about how spiritual preparation and family unity are as essential as this object. Together we will form a shield that no force can break. What is coming demands action now. You are ready to take the next step. Now that you know about the essential object, it is time to take the next step. True protection does not come just from something you can have at hand, but from the way you and your family prepare for the challenges that lie ahead. This is the time to strengthen not only your home, but also your family ties, your faith, and its connection with something greater. The Virgin Mary made it clear in her message that preparation is not only physical, but spiritual. It is about being ready in all aspects to face the changes that are approaching. This means acting wisely, cultivating unity in your family, and strengthening your faith daily. Where to start? The first step is simple but powerful: gather your family. Whether you have everyone by your side or at a distance, the union must start now. Create moments where you can talk about the importance of faith and preparation. Explain that what you are doing together is more than a simple precaution. It is a demonstration of love and mutual care. In addition, family prayer is one of the most powerful weapons you can use. The Virgin Mary asked us to pray together so that our union would be strengthened not only by blood ties, but also by faith. Set aside specific moments of the day for this. It could be when you wake up, before you go to sleep, or at any time that works for everyone. The important thing is to create a spiritual routine that becomes a pillar in your home. Practical action: what to do at home besides prayers. It is time to prepare the physical environment. Choose a special place in your home to be a space of protection and spirituality. It can be a table, a shelf, or even a corner in the room. Place the essential object I mentioned earlier there, accompanied by items that represent your family's faith. A Bible, candles, sacred images, or whatever is meaningful to you. This will be a place of strength. Whenever you or someone in your family feels fear, uncertainty, or worry, go to this space. There you can pray together, seek peace, and renew your faith. That's why it's so important now, because the danger that is coming is not just something physical. It will test your emotions, your mental health, and especially your faith. When things get tough, and they will, you will need this space as one, and more than that, you will need the certainty that your family is united, ready to face any challenge. There is more to it also, precisely the aids that are there, those of protection and support, because together we are stronger. Spiritual preparation also means living your faith actively. It is not enough to just pray. You must transform your life with concrete gestures of love, kindness, and charity. Help those in need, be there for those who are facing difficulties, and show with your actions that you believe in something greater. The Virgin Mary gave us this calling not only to protect ourselves, but to be a light to others. Every act of kindness is a shield against the forces that try to destabilize us. Are you ready to take action? The next step will be to understand how these actions, combined with your faith and unity, will form the basis of your spiritual protection. Do not leave now. In the next part, we will talk about the test of faith that is coming and the role of each of us in this invisible battle. The message of the Virgin Mary was not sent by chance. She knew that this moment would come, a time when our faith would be tested like never before. What is coming is not just a physical or spiritual threat. It is a test, a challenge that each of us will have to face individually and as part of something bigger. This means that the world as we know it is changing. Unexpected events, rapid changes, and growing crises are already forcing us to question who we are and what we believe in. But what many don't realize is that these difficult times are not just random, they are part of something greater. They come to reveal our strength, our courage, and above all, our faith. And here is the truth that you need to hear. Only those who are ready will be able to get through this in peace. This test of faith goes far beyond what we imagine. It is not just about believing. It is about acting, trusting even when everything around us seems to be falling apart. It is about keeping calm in the chaos, protecting those we love, and maintaining our connection with the divine even in our most difficult moments. What is essential is that at this moment, no matter your age, your condition, or your previous experiences, each of us has been called to something greater. Your role is to be an example, a pillar for your family and your community, to take responsibility for preparing not only yourself, but also others for what is to come. But that does not mean that you have to carry this weight alone. On the contrary, unity is the key to getting through this test. Gather your family, strengthen your bonds, and remember that together you are stronger. Every prayer shared, every act of kindness, every conscious choice you make now will be part of this preparation. What is at stake? Our faith will be tested on every level. There will be times of doubt, fear, and even despair, but it is exactly in these moments that true strength emerges. When everything seems lost, faith gives us courage to continue. When the world is in chaos, it will be your connection with God that will bring inner peace. This test is also an opportunity. It is an invitation to demonstrate what really matters, to live according to the values you believe in, to prioritize what is essential, and to leave behind what no longer serves you. What you must do now: prepare your heart, strengthen your faith daily. Remember that prayer is not only an act of devotion, but also a way of creating a spiritual shield against everything that tries to bring us down. And more than that, share this strength with those around you. Many people are lost, without knowing where to go or what to do. You can be the light on their path. You don't need grand gestures. Sometimes a word of comfort, or a simple shared prayer, can make all the difference. Why does it matter? Because we are facing something that goes beyond ourselves. We are being called to act not only for ourselves, but for those we love, for our community, and even for those who do not yet understand what is happening. The Virgin Mary made it clear that only those who are ready to hear this call and act wisely will go through this test with serenity and strength. Continue with me, because in the next part, you will discover how this message is not just about survival, but about a divine connection that can transform your life. We will talk about the power of prayer and how it is the most powerful weapon you have. This is the time to strengthen your faith and take on the role that was destined for you. Stay until the end. The test of faith is just beginning. The test of faith that we are facing requires special preparation, and the key to this strength lies in something more powerful than any physical protection: prayer. If you have made it this far, you need to understand that prayer is much more than repeated words or mechanical gestures. It is a spiritual weapon, a shield against invisible dangers, and the most direct connection with the divine. Why is prayer so powerful? Because it not only strengthens your faith, but transforms your spirit. When you pray, it opens a door to something greater, allowing the light of God to enter your life. Prayer is not just a request, it is an intimate dialogue, a surrender, and a source of strength that sustains us in the most difficult moments. The Virgin Mary asked us that it doesn't work if it's done superficially. It's not just about repeating phrases, but about opening your heart and truly connecting with what's most sacred. How you should pray. The Virgin Mary revealed to us that prayer has greater power when it is done with sincere faith and in union. Reserve specific moments of the day to pray alone or with your family. It can be at dawn, asking for protection for the day that begins, or at night, thanking for the care received. Create a routine. Just as you take care of your body daily, take care of your spirit through prayer. Make this a habit in your life and that of your family, and more than that, pray for everyone around you. When we pray for one another, we create a chain of faith that becomes unbreakable. What prayer can do for you? It can bring clarity in times of confusion, strength in times of weakness, and peace in times of chaos. It is a refuge, a fortress, and a guide during the difficulties that lie ahead. Turning to prayer will be your greatest source of protection. The Virgin Mary gave us a clear message. We need to pray to resist the forces that will try to distance us from the faith. These difficult times are not only external tests, but also internal ones. Doubts, fears, and the feeling of being lost may arise, but prayer will be the thread that connects us to the divine light. Where to start? Start today. If you have never prayed before, this is the perfect time to start. Don't worry about finding the right words. Speak from the heart. The Virgin Mary hears every word said with sincerity. For those who already pray, intensify this habit, strengthen your practice, including your family and friends. Invite them to group prayer times. Together you will form a shield of faith that will be essential to face what is to come. Prayer is the key to your protection, but there is something else you need to know. Prayer is not just an individual act. When we pray together, we create an even greater strength. That is why in the next part, we will talk about how to unite your family and your community around faith, transforming prayer into a collective weapon of protection and hope. The time has come to reveal what many have been waiting for, the essential object that the Virgin Mary recommended for protection in the difficult times that lie ahead. This is not a simple object, but a powerful symbol of faith, security, and connection with the divine. What this object is, the rosary, an instrument of prayer that goes far beyond its simple appearance. It is not just a religious accessory, but a spiritual tool capable of strengthening your faith and creating a barrier of protection for you and your family. The Virgin Mary gave us a clear message: the rosary should be present in every home. It is a visible sign of your devotion and a constant reminder that even in the most difficult moments, the light of God is by your side. Why the rosary is so important? Because it concentrates a unique spiritual power. When you use it in your prayers, especially in the prayers of the rosary, you are invoking a divine force that transcends any difficulty. The rosary is a direct link with the Virgin Mary, who intercedes for us with God in times of need. More than a symbol, it is an invitation to prayer and meditation. It helps bring clarity in moments of doubt, calm in times of chaos, and strength when you feel weakened. How you should use the rosary: choose a special place, set aside a space in your home where you can pray with tranquility. This place should be free from distractions, a refuge where you can connect with your faith. Establish a fixed time, dedicate a few minutes of your day to praying the rosary. It doesn't matter if it's in the morning, afternoon, or evening. The important thing is that it becomes a constant habit. Pray with intention. Each mystery of the rosary makes a powerful reflection. When praying, focus on your intentions and ask for the protection of your family, for peace and spiritual strength. Involve your family, invite your loved ones to participate. Praying together strengthens bonds and creates an unbreakable chain of faith. Where to place the rosary? Besides using it in your prayers, keep a rosary in a visible place in your home, such as on the altar you created or in a central place. It will be a constant reminder that your faith is your greatest shield. What to do if you don't have a rosary? Don't worry. You can buy one in any religious store or even online. The important thing is that you have it and use it with devotion. If you cannot buy it immediately, improvise with what you have at hand. God knows your intention and your sincerity. The message of the Virgin Mary is clear. The rosary is more than a physical object. It is a tool to strengthen your connection with God, protect your home, and renew your hope daily. Those who follow this call and incorporate the use of the rosary into their lives will be spiritually more prepared to face challenges. But be careful, protection does not come only from the rosary itself. It needs to be used with faith, accompanied by sincere prayer and action, reflecting on divine values. Now, the next step is crucial. In the last part of this video, we will connect everything we have learned: faith, prayer, the rosary, and spiritual preparation. You will understand how to transform all this into a lifestyle that will protect you against any adversity. Do not leave now. The end is the missing piece to complete your preparation. You've come this far. This already demonstrates something important: your willingness to listen, learn, and act. But now is the most crucial moment of this video. Everything we've talked about so far, the Virgin Mary's warning, the importance of the rosary, the power of prayer, spiritual preparation, culminates in a single call to action. What will you do with this message? This is not a message to be forgotten or treated as something common. What you have heard here is an opportunity to protect your home, your family, and your spirit against the challenges that lie ahead. But for that, you need to transform these words into concrete actions. What does it mean to act? Strengthen your faith daily. Do not allow fear or doubts to weaken your connection with God. Dedicate moments of your day to prayer and use the rosary as a tool to guide your meditation. Prepare your home. Create an environment of spiritual protection. Have a sacred space where you and your family can seek refuge and renew hope. Place the rosary and other devotional items in this place as symbols of faith and safety. Share this message. Many people are still in the dark, living their lives without noticing the signs around them. You have the power to make a difference. Share what you have learned with friends, neighbors, and family. Invite them to join you in prayer and preparation. Be an example. Show with your actions what it means to live a life guided by faith. Practice acts of kindness, help those in need, and show patience and love even in difficult times. Why act now? Because time is short. The signs around us are clear. Something bigger is happening, and the choice you make today will define how you will face what is to come. Delaying this decision could mean missing the opportunity to be truly prepared. What is at stake? Your peace, your security, and your faith. This is not a time to hesitate. Those who hear this call and act wisely will have the strength to overcome any adversity. The promise of the Virgin Mary is clear. She will be by the side of those who choose to walk with faith, prayer, and unity. Their protection is not automatic. It is a divine response to your choices and actions. And now, what to do? End this video with a commitment. Decide today that you will not be just another spectator, but someone who takes action, someone who prepares, protects your family, and inspires others to do the same. Remember, faith is not something that simply happens. It is cultivated, nourished, and renewed every day. Start now. Take your rosary, gather your family, and begin this journey of preparation. A message for you: if you have reached the end, it means you are ready to take the next step. Do not let this knowledge be just a passing piece of information. Transform it into an action that will change your life and the lives of those you love. To continue this journey, subscribe to the channel, and here you can send more messages and actions to strengthen your faith and the threads with confidence of faith and protection that will reach thousands of people. The decision is yours. The message has been delivered. Now it is up to you to act. May the protection of the Virgin Mary be with you and your family. May your faith be your shield, your prayer your strength, and your unity the path to overcome any challenge. Now is the time. The future starts today.